Okay, transgenderism. There's a lot of debates. Um, you got transgender women that want to compete in women's sports, and oh, well, if I don't compete, if I can't compete in as a boy and I can't compete as a girl, what am I, just an id? I don't look. Everything in life is a decision, is a choice. When you make choices, there's that song. There's always something you gotta give up to get everything you want. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Okay, yeah. So when you make decisions and you get some of the things you want, there's other things you gotta give up. You cannot say that you are a woman because one, were not born that way. You don't have ovaries, you do not reproduce. And I'm sure somewhere down the line you'll try to figure something out. And me personally, I think that's kind of like, like nowadays you meet a chick, you gotta ask her if she's a real woman or, you know, it's like I feel like that's just like that's a lie. Um, you were not, you weren't born that way. You decided that that's what you wanted to feel or whatever. You decided you liked females, you admired them so much you wanted to become one, and then you got in your head that you were confused, and now you're saying that you're a woman in a man's body. And now you want to have a woman's body, which your whole structure is set up different. How are you going to be a transgendered woman and want to compete in women's sports? Um, you have a lot of obvious advantages, and you want to be a woman so bad that maybe you should just kind of mark that out of that, or maybe they should just have transgender sports where it's transgenders compete against transgenders. I don't agree with it. Do I hate you? I don't hate you. I think you're confused. It just, it bothers me, and you would think that heterosexual people were the minority, the way that every TV show, every this and that, it's like transgender, homosexual, you would think that that was the majority and heterosexual people were the minority. I don't agree with it. But see, now YouTube slash Google slash what the fuck ever else they're into now wants to control what you say by calling everything hate speech. Who decides what's hate speech? You? You? You decide what's hate speech? I think we as a community should be the ones that decide what is hate speech. Because you obviously don't want anybody having an opinion that's other than the one you have. You decided you wanted to be a woman. Why? I don't believe that you're a woman. As a matter of fact, if you have to take chemicals, hormones, have operations, you're nothing but a pretender to me. You are pretending to be something. I played pretend too when I was little. Okay? It's time to like accept the fact you are what you were born as, and that's not a mistake. And yes, I believe it. I believe it's an illness. You know? That's like, when I was younger, we all like acted black and wanted to be this and wanted to be that, and you can try to identify with something all you want, but if you're not born that way, you're not. Am I a black man? Because I love hip hop, because I love the culture, because I talk slang, because a lot of my friends are black. Does it make me black? No. Even if I went and got like melanin injections and I went and got collagen put in my lips, it doesn't matter because I will never identify with that struggle because I wasn't born that way. I don't know. It's a lot of things that bother me on YouTube, especially with like all the music videos like being the same damn thing. You know, it's always like the same symbolisms, the same basic, you know, visualizations. And then, you know, you got all these people like Taylor Swift and other, oh, just this, and that, and this, that, and they're jumping on it. You know, it's like, what, you're trying to get votes or something? I don't know what you're trying to do. Matter of fact, I'm just sitting here. Just bothers me. For a long time, I wanted to tell YouTube to suck my dick. Did you get that, YouTube? Suck my dick. And I don't hate you for it. Matter of fact, everybody should have the right to be heard. I see 10 million channels about transgenderism and whatnot. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up was, I'm from Texas, and I can tell you, as from a state that where everybody's got a gun either legally or illegally, nobody in Texas would have got that far and shot that many people without being taken out. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. And also, I believe that there was a lot of witnesses or people that were actually there that said 3 or 4 men in black ran up in there shooting the place up. But see, you're just going to push mainstream. And anything outside of that is conspiracy. And then as far as conspiracy theories go, you're trying to bury that online. You know, as far as like either hiding channels, removing videos. YouTube is trying to craft your mind into what they want you to be. When you start taking away alternate views, other views, and on the claims that it's detrimental, then, you know, that seems like an agenda to me. Who you really working for? CIA? Anyways. So what else? What else can we talk about? You know, it's funny that all these things happen, and they're probably going to be happening a lot more because they really want to push to take away your guns. But the reason that we want guns is because our government has guns, and it's been proven throughout history that if you de-arm the population, the government tends to want to completely control the population, and we are headed into a bad place. Period. I don't agree, and I do not consent. You know, there's things that are called conspiracy theories that you can pretty much look around and see it's not a theory, it's reality. It's a conspiracy reality. Just like, you know, the elephant in the room, like there's not planes in the sky 24/7 spraying up and down the sky until it's a funny haze of gray blue. It's really funny how YouTube is pushing so hard to call everything hate speech. Pretty soon you might as well not even talk about anything. You might as well just sit on the camera and smile. And then they'll allow smiling as hate smiling, right? Sorry if I'm not very interesting right now. I'm really kind of just getting into this thing, and I get tired of all the sellouts, and I get tired of, you know, I just get tired. I don't want my children to grow up in a world where they can't decide for themselves because somebody else knows better, so that right was taken away. I'll get back to you. Like I said, I'll get more organized and I'll stick on the topic. It's just so much going on that bothers me. Like I just can't, I can't escape. I can't escape the stupidity of the world. You just gets to the point where enough is enough. You talk about hate speech, but you can have every other channel that you got on YouTube mocking Jesus Christ, making fun of Jesus Christ, talking bad about people who follow Jesus Christ, and I would have never believed any of that stuff had you not helped me to see that it's obviously the truth. If you're trying so hard to keep people from speaking about it, period. You can talk about Buddha, you can talk about Allah as they call it. You can talk about any kind of religion that you want to talk about, and that's cool. But all of a sudden now Christianity is really under attack, and you say, how can you say that Christianity preaches hate and is how can you say that? Have you ever listened to the words of Christ? Have you ever? It's all basically a moralistic code to live by in order for you to survive and live in peace and be treated the way you want to be treated. That's the biggest thing, is to treat others how you want to be treated. So I don't understand how you can try to want to oppress that. But anyways,